Hey, um, feeling a little down, I guess. Um, I have a lot on my mind, but, I have a Tumblr, and I just started writing my thoughts out on it. And it made me think of a few people, because a few of my friends are kind of, not so happy themselves. But I thought I'd share everything, even though I know it's on a website that you can view. But I kind of want to say it in person also. Um, so this YouTube video is just going to be me reading what I wrote. I know. Um, but yeah, here it goes. So I started out with, I hate the feelings that I have all the time. I get into these little moods and it sets me into a depression. I overthink things way too much and that's one of my biggest problems, especially when it comes to relationships. I always think the worst. Um, then I put some stuff that I think. Usually I'm thinking, when will the person leave me? Like, why aren't they texting me? I'm probably being cheated on. And everything they tell me are probably lies. And then I go on saying that all those things run through my head, and you know why? Because most of the relationships I've been in, I was broken up with, or I was being used. There were only a selected few that didn't turn out bad, and you know what? I still talk to some of them. They were good people deep down, it just didn't work out. Which is true. I mean, everyone that you're with obviously isn't going to work out, so hence why I don't get my hopes up, because it probably won't end up being a forever thing. Um, then I say, I'm not saying that I've never done wrong, because I have, and I'm sorry for hurting whoever I did. Sorry if I broke anyone's heart, because I know how it feels, and I personally think nothing could hurt more than heartache does, which I definitely think is true, because I've been through it a few times, so it does suck. But then I said, I hate the feeling of being paranoid, I hate the feeling of being lonely, I hate the feeling of worrying, I hate the feeling of being used, and I hate the feeling of possibly being lied to behind my back, which is definitely the worst feeling in the world, besides heartache. But yeah, because unless you can read people's minds, you have no idea. Unless, obviously, they tell you or you find out by other sources. But yeah. Um, and then I said after that, and you know that. And you know what sucks the most about all of that? I can't help but think them and feel sad and scared. It literally makes my heart ache. Sometimes I wish I didn't have feelings so I would never have to worry about anything. Since my last relationship, I have grown to realize a lot of things, and I am done kidding around with myself. I grew up a little bit since who I thought was the one for me left me, and of course I loved him uncontrollably, but honestly, if it was meant to be, we would still be together and we would have stayed happy. But it didn't work out, and it didn't work out that way, and it took me a while to take all of it in, but I slowly moved on, and exactly a year later, someone amazing came along and stole my heart. I didn't think I'd wind up finding someone else, but there, right in front of me for months, was the guy who I was going to wind up dating, and it happened, and I've been so happy. Which is true, and um, that's kind of where my friends have problems, because a lot of people are stuck in their past, and I mean, if something was meant to be, it'll happen. But you know, you shouldn't dwell on something that might not even happen again, obviously you should always have it in the back of your mind, but don't make it something that's always on your mind, because I did that and it pretty much sucked. But the last part of this little rant I had, I just kind of finished up my thoughts, and I said, you have to be patient when it comes to love. You cannot rush love. It comes when it wants and will leave when it isn't meant to be. You gotta realize that. Everything happens for a reason. Which is true. So, I mean, I don't know. This kind of made me feel better. But I hope whoever's watching this, if they have a situation like this, I hope you take my words into consideration, because you're not alone. A lot of people have dealt with a whole bunch of this stuff, and especially me, I've been through a lot too. So, yeah, I hope it helps, and thanks for watching all this if you have. See ya.